So we're sitting here in the Supergivers Academy studio. You can see all the superheroes that we got up top. I've got my boy Andrew here. Andrew, man, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
To talk about your experience. So I just wanted to start off with, man, in the end of the day, like, how did you find me through, your search for a coach?
Well, that's a great question, Zach. It's just I've always been looking for a coach. Just haven't found the right one. Didn't find. Always thought about finding someone that could, mentor me, because I've always, had someone always push me and coach me, and usually it was always a friend, always working out, a lifting buddy or something like that.
Yeah.
I've always had a lifting partner, always. So I was always, what you could say is, have someone mentor me through my process, through my journey of lifting. And, I didn't see it as just lifting, it was also changing my body.
Yeah.
And I've gone through a lot of changes.
Yeah, man.
I was a college swimmer, also a high school swimmer as well. It took me to college, and I was 130 pounds, 150 pounds when I got my freshman year of college. So that was a big, huge change from always being super lean to like having, muscle and growth, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and now you are about 200 pounds now, right?
Yes,
yeah.
200.
So I remember when we first started the program, Andrew's currently in the program right now. When we first started, you were about 210 or so, and then so our first goal was to lose some weight. And we got you down to, I think 197 was the lowest, if I recall, and you had your abs for the first time,
Yes.
right?
I haven't seen those in 3.5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and now we're sitting about the same weight with a little bit different goal because you want to put on some weight. Again, we're trying to change the physique. You got to go through the process of eating more to gain the muscle, and then now we're about to go into a cut to get you in the best shape of your life.
And that's what kind of appointed me to you, because I saw your results with your clients, and I kind of took a peek of your Instagram and everything, and I wanted to make sure it was right for me, not just, my friends are doing it because I'm going to hop on it, yeah. Right? So I definitely, had a great call with you, and that just kind of started something and sprouted something, so. Yeah,
well, the energy that we have between us, it started this so far, and it's starting to deepen a little bit more as we get to know each other even more. And really, that's the thing with the Supergivers Academy, is that it's, not going to be just surface level fitness. I'm going to give you nutrition and workouts. It's more than that. Like, we're going to go with your mindset. We're going to go through maybe what's causing you anxiety, stress. What is it that, you're struggling with that maybe is a block that we can overcome, and that's the process that we're within right now. So before you started the program, how did you feel about yourself internally and physically?
I didn't like myself look in the mirror, but I could eat whatever I wanted, but I wasn't satisfied with my current physique. I knew that it also discouraged me a lot, just because I'd gone through a lot of lifting partners, yeah. And a lot of them either got jealous, or I was stronger than them, or something like amongst those lines.
Yeah.
Because they just fell off the train. Like, I've learned that consistency is key, but yes. It ultimately is just you. It never was your partner, never was your friend. It was always you, ultimately. Yeah. And I learned that was a big change for me, because I started going to the gym by myself. I started pushing myself, mm-hmm. And then that kind of built my mentality to be self-sufficient, and that's why I felt like I needed a change. I felt like I needed a new goal, because I feel like sometimes when we achieve a goal, my goal was probably to be, at that point before the program, was to be self-sustaining, mm-hmm. and to know that I can do this myself.
Sure.
And now I'm ready for something to take on.
Yeah, and that's a normal thing. A lot of clients that come to me, you've already been going to the gym, you already have a pretty good understanding of, like, nutritionally what's good and what's bad. When it comes to impulse control, that can be some of the hardest things that we as human beings experience, especially when it comes to food. Once you taste ice cream, it's hard to not crave ice cream, so and it's not that it's okay, it's not bad to eat ice cream, it's bad to eat ice cream every single night, because then you're gonna not have the body, and really more so how it affects your mindset as well. So since starting the program, what's the most surprising thing that you've learned about yourself during this program?
Definitely being on a schedule. I think that's something that I completely had to change and revolve my life around, because I feel like if anything is not done in a time sequence, like having a schedule, eating times, like time, I just learned that time just escapes from you very fast. Because I literally would go to work from 9 to 6 and get off work and don't get home till 6:30, and I literally have 3 hours or 4 hours of left from that time to go to bed before midnight.
Well, and you're like a lot of people, you're busy. You're working long hours, and a lot of times once work starts coming into play, you kind of lose track of yourself. Like you said, you lose track of time, and it's very easy to lose track of time, and then you maybe have gone so many hours without eating, and then we wonder why we're tired or the energy is low, because we're not actually fueling our bodies. I've said it before, if you want to perform like a F1 race car and you're putting unleaded gasoline into it, it's probably not going to run at all. But if it does run, it's going to go very slow and not efficiently. And for us to be successful in life, we have to be fueling our bodies with the nutrition that we need to do the things that we want to do.
100%.
So have you been able through this program to sustain your results? And when I'm going to define results, because you're in the middle of doing it, the schedule, the lifting, the doing the things that that are pushing you forward. Has this been something that's been easy to maintain for you?
Yes and no, I'm going to be honest.
Complete honesty, please.
Yes, in the case of adjusting to a schedule and setting times and setting reminders, keeping you informed, of course, because the more the more you can help me, and the more that benefits me. Because at the same time, I'm not in this journey by myself, I'm also in the journey with you. And the best thing about sustainability with my physique is I'm losing body fat and also gaining muscle, and that's been an incredible thing that I've been noticing, is that the focusing on the counter, like the weight, the number, been focusing more on how I look in the mirror, and it's been a big confidence booster for me.
Awesome, man.
So
it's never, none of this is easy. And matter of fact, like when you want to do something, the easy things to do are like, pick up McDonald's after a workout, right? Or even if you're not, the easy thing to do is not even to work out, not even put yourself through strenuous activity. And it's also readily available when it comes to, all the fast food and everything else that you have around you. It's the easy, quick solution that you think is in your head, and that's what's gonna, that's like, oh, this is a lot easier. In actuality, and I think what you found as well, that when you devote that time to cooking your food and portioning it out and making it so that it's working towards getting to your goal, the results in your body and then your energy and your mind are a lot different.
Absolutely.
So what would you say to anybody who is on the fence about starting a program right now?
I would say the best thing to do is, don't hesitate. Definitely jump on board. And I'm not just saying that because I've always been on the fence for about 3 years. I've always talked about doing a show. I've talked about changing my physique. I've talked about maybe having my abs come out one day or something like that, or having the beach bod. Because I'm sure we all have a favorite actor out there, or we want that superhero bod, or I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So that's something that I've learned that with hesitation, comes with you tend to just fall back or go back to what you were doing. That is just something that you do every day, just the same consistent routine.
Yeah.
But having change in your life is always great for the better for you, because you're going to grow and build, and that's something that I've learned through this process and through this program.
Yeah. Well, you said it very eloquently. It's like you want to do something, and you get the urge or the small motivation to do it, And then a lot of times fear will kick in for people, or just, comfortability, because your brain is comfortable in the routine that